Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is time for another video. They're coming thick and fast. It's a match preview, people. Leeds United versus Liverpool. And hey, we're coming into this game with some renewed optimism after the last result. Is it possible? It could be, but a lot of things have to go right. Listen, before we get into it, please like the video. It's free to do, helps out the channel. Thank you to David Lowe, David Roberts, and Mr. P for the super thanks on the last video. Much appreciated, guys. And of course, as always, big up to every single member of the channel. Without you, this isn't possible. So thank you for the support and keep considering joining the memberships. Johnny here saying, I'm super excited for this one. I'm looking forward to it too. Not Annabelle saying nice thumbnail. Well, look, yeah, what can I say? I played the game a little. What can I say? Thank you, DCO. Hyru here saying, I've got a good feeling that we can get something tomorrow. Interested to see how much we have left in the tank with such a short turnaround. Everyone's had a short turnaround. Everyone talking about fixture congestion and everything else like that. We're all playing these games, whether it be morning, noon, night. They're all within a few days of each other. So look, with our next game after this one being Brentford with a week and a day, they've got to just put everything into this game. It's essential they do it, people. They've got to. Jason here, afternoon, everyone. Great win on Wednesday. We have to keep it up now, though. Absolutely, Jason. And look, we're talking about such a short turnaround. People, Daniel Farke had his presser. Obviously, because the pressers and the games are coming so, short, such a short period in between time, having to just roll these all in one, so it can't take as long as I would usually do. But we'll go through the highlights and also on Arnie Slot as well. But there's no fresh injury concerns for this one. James and Longstaff are obviously out. We will take some late decisions after such a quick turnaround. Metch has hamstring problems. We have to assess him. Calvert-Lewin with calf problems, question mark on him. Some players with lots of load. There was a lot of load talk in this one. I'm going to be real with you. He likes to talk about players' loads. There was a lots of loads talk. Now, people, with Metcha and DCL, are they possibly going to be out? Phooey. They will be playing, people. This is a rope-a-dope. This is Daniel Farke trying to hold his cards close to his chest, give Liverpool, a Metro and DCL going to be out. Oh, we won't have to worry about those two brutes up front. These two will be starting the game tomorrow. These two will definitely be starting. And if I'm wrong, just come in the chat tomorrow after the game. The video is already set up, by the way, so join me after the game and just say, Cage, you were wrong. Now, listen, there's a lot of people that don't comment a lot. I'm sure there'll be first-time commenters saying, you were wrong if both of these players don't start. But I'm pretty confident that these two guys will be up front tomorrow. They were probably in cryo chambers right now with nebulizers going through their bodies. They are being wrapped under cotton wool as we speak. So I expect to see those two playing tomorrow, and they've got to give the same performance that they did against Chelsea, people. Yeah, and don't forget to hit a like. I don't know if I said that already, but yes, please like the video already. But yes, so we've got no injury concerns, so we'll go from there. It's positive that we shared the load so far. See, there we go again, more load talk. Stack and Goodmanson not involved against City. With Tanaka, it's trickier. He's hopefully in the ice bath right now. We have to see how quickly they recover. We need the whole squad, absolutely. Just carrying on. There wasn't a lot in this one, just to deep dive, in all fairness. Farke says his sports science department told him Chelsea had put in the second highest physical output of the season last night, pointing to how much effort it takes to compete with his Leeds team. And this is the thing as well. It has to be the same people. And the reason why I say that is because if let's just say 3 of our players drop off 5% against Liverpool, we will lose. All right. So as much as there's optimism and reasons to hope that we can win the game, you've got to understand this squad is what it is. And if they don't all do what they're supposed to do, like they did against Chelsea, we're going to lose the game. No matter what form Liverpool are in, and we'll speak about them in a bit, they are still a better team than Leeds United. And that is the plain and simple of it. But if they were able to play their game the way that they did against Chelsea, now it will be tougher because not doing the whole referee thing, but we know Liverpool do get slightly more decisions than other teams. I don't know how physical we can be on them. If Stack does that tackle against one of their players and they all start crowding the ref, does that yellow turn to red? Who knows? But we have to be as physical, win that second ball like we was against Chelsea, like, against Liverpool. Conrad here saying apologies, KG, for last night. Don't rely on us to help out. I don't know what happened last night. I don't know what happened. Oh, you're a Man United fan. Yes, people. Yeah, West Ham getting a point at Man United. That's not ideal, but look, we got to concentrate on what we have to do. Can't rely on other teams, with us, for us, I should say. Ian saying not buying that Farke decided to play two up front. He normally puts everyone out and shape goes out the window. Okay. I should have read that before I read it out. My bad. My bad. Okay, so carrying on. Just on Joe Rodon, who's obviously started 100 games in a row. He's my warrior and key player. He's always there with a good attitude. It says a lot about him to achieve 100 appearances in a row. Amazing at this level can achieve this if super professional in all aspects. Good nutrition, sleep. Joe is a role model, and I highly agree. I'm talking football. Obviously, don't know him personally, but when it comes to football aspect, Joe Rodon has been fantastic. I've joked earlier in the season about 70 million Joe Rodon. Obviously, he's not going to cost that much, but let's just say the worst was to happen to this football club. I think him and Jaden Bogle will be secure in the Premier League next season, regardless, because they will have suitors. The way that they've played, they've definitely earned that as well. But yeah, hopefully we stay up and we can keep Joe, because he has been brilliant, man. He's been brilliant. Barry here saying relationships in the 3-5-2 is getting stronger leading up to the Liverpool match. Absolutely. Ali, just in regards to Joe, really made the step up this season, bargain. Absolutely. And that's why I always say, people, it's not about the cost of the player, it's about the quality of the player. And Joe Rodon, maybe he had to, get back to the Championship to get his reps in, get his stripes, but he's been brilliant. He's been one of the better centre-backs this season. It obviously won't be highlighted because he's playing near the bottom of the table. But apart from a few games, and it's not even been games in general, it's probably been moments, he's been super consistent. So long may it continue for Big Joe. Now, Arnie Slot on the Liverpool side, he is under pressure. Listen, people, both of these managers lately have been waffling. We know Daniel Farke can waffle, but Arnie Slot, after that Sunderland 1-1 draw, he was waffling. I didn't even know what he was saying. It was that much waffle. But just team updates in terms of Liverpool. Arnie Slot off being 2 points off fourth place. For me, it says how good the Premier League is this season. It's definitely our first aim to come back to the top four, because we aren't happy in the position we're in at the moment. And listen, people, when you look at it, and we're talking about Liverpool being in a bad vein of form, they've still won 2 in the last 5, and they're in 9th place. So even if you take out Liverpool being in 9th place, we're against a 9th place Premier League team, people. We are not at that level. So this is still going to be a tough game. But he's absolutely right. I mean, the gap between where they are and 4th spot is crazy. A 2-point gap. They win the game and things go right for them. They're back in the top 4. So there's no, we don't have a divine right to win this game. We're feeling good, people. But again, as well, if you want to put it in full context, before our Chelsea win, we lost 6 in 7. So, we know that we have to be on it in regards to this one. What else is there here? Chiesa, he's been someone that Liverpool fans have been calling for, but he's been doing well off the bench, so we'll have to look out for him. Joe Gomez took a knock versus West Ham, but was able to play versus Sunderland. Should be able to train again today. Conor Bradley is trained this week and should be available in the squad. And just another note on how we played. Maresca's been speaking as well in terms of the Chelsea game, and he says one of the regrets he had was that he didn't play one of his players, Josh Achimpong. The reason why we played with Trevor Chalobah, Benoit Badiashile, and Tosin was because we saw long balls to the strikers. But even that, we lost most of them. And that is what I want to put forward to this one. The way DCL was winning the ball in this one, and even Metro, but more DCL when he was by himself, when Metro was coming back. We need that again. And Van Dijk is who he is, but he's not at the level that he's been in previous years, quite obviously. And also as well, Kanate can be got at as well at, this season. He's not having a great season. So there is scope for our 2 strikers to cause them issues and make it really uncomfortable. And I do think that will probably be the strength to try and win the game. And that is getting at their defense. If Kirkes starts, he's not been very good for them. And you know me, I've been a big fan of Kirkes. But it's that thing, isn't it? You play for Bournemouth, you do well, that's great. You step up to Liverpool where the spotlight is on you. It's a different kind of pressure. And I don't know how well he's coping with that at this point in time. But whoever's there, if you're looking at Kirkes, okay, fine. If you're looking at Robertson, you've got to, he's an experienced character, but you've got to go at him as well. So there is ways of getting through this team, and especially at this time, because Liverpool, they don't look great right now. They're not, the aura isn't there. Teams are going there with no fear. Sunderland getting a 1-1 draw and being disappointed they didn't win tells you a story. So there is a way of doing this, and especially now under the lights at Elland Road, we have a good chance, man. We have a good chance. 3-5-2. This is the fans' formation and selection. Farke must be feeling a bit disempowered, but needs must. Yeah, there's a few things he was saying as well in regards to the lineup and everything else. And people are thinking, is he going to go back to 4-3-3? I don't think he does it for this game, people. I think he'd be he's arrogant and stubborn, but to do it after it's worked so well, and we're going up against a similar team which won't like physicality. There's an argument that after this Liverpool game, Brentford away, Palace at home, and Sunderland away, we may have to change a couple of things. We may have to, just purely on the base that Brentford are a physical team too, and Palace, they are who they are. They're not going to be the same as Chelsea and Liverpool. Those kind of teams, they don't like people getting in their faces. They don't like that approach. So there might be scope for change in that one, but I would stick with it. But for a Liverpool team, the way that they're playing, you have to stick with the 5-3-2. So and this is fair as well. Sam saying Farke doesn't change a winning team unless he have to, and you're right. You're right. Deshaun in the house. What's going on, Deshaun? If we lose, should we sack him? He's not going anywhere, Deshaun. At this point, this conversation is pointless because we've won the game against Chelsea. And that is short term, but we know what this football club is like. It hasn't changed from the Radrizzani era. Those guys were in the background. You thought they would have learned a few lessons from him. They haven't learned anything in that sense. It's short term again. So if we do lose a game, let's just say we lose a game 6-0 tomorrow. Do I expect him to be sacked? No, I don't. So until we get another report that even though he's, won one game against Chelsea, his job is still under threat, Farke is here. And that's where I am at this point in time because of the win against Chelsea. It's crazy how it is for us that we are just such a short-term club, but that is the way that we ran, isn't it? So, yeah. Ali's saying here, I'll judge him after the Brentford game. That's a must-win for me. Yeah, well let's get through this Liverpool game first, people. So this is how Liverpool lined up against Sunderland, and it might just be similar. Looking at their bench, maybe does McAllister start? Let's have a look who could come in. Kirkes could come in. Salah could come in, of course. But he hasn't been great this season. But hey, and this is the thing as well, what I just want to quickly say. I don't want us to be the team where a few of their players who have been out of form get form and it starts against us. I want it to continue. I want us to pile on the misery. I want, Farke's words of saying DCL Metro might not play. I want to hear Slot after the game saying, well, I didn't think DCL Metro were going to play, so I wasn't prepared for it, like he said in previous games. If he stopped that chatter now, but, he's been saying before, well, these teams don't usually prepare like this, but because it's Liverpool, they prepare differently. I want to hear that. I want to hear stuff like that after the game. But either way, and obviously they've got Isak, who is, he scored in the game, but he needs to get more involved in the game, as a report says here. We can't allow him to do that. We've got to get Biol on him and just stick with him. Stick with him like white on rice. Sorry for the phrase, but yeah, it's one of those. We're gonna have to be mindful, as I keep saying, as indifferent as Liverpool are, they've still got quality players. So people, this is gonna be no surprise to you. The lineup is exactly the same as it was against Chelsea. No changes. Keep it the same, and be hopeful that we can get a good performance out of everybody again. And putting in performances like this, I mean, Gabriel Goodmanson, no player won more duels, 11, or made more tackles, 7, than Goodmanson versus Chelsea. He needs to be that tight again. And people talk about him losing Neto for the goal. Fine, that's going to happen, people. Things like that are going to happen. But it was the performances before where he was the weak link on the left-hand side. You can't get away from it. But if he's performing like he did against Esteval in the week, more of that, and you're getting a real solid two-way player there, a more complete left back. So he's going to need another performance like that. Tanaka, he's going to have to be the one that gets forward for us and gives us that technical ability up front. Keep shooting from long range, test them out, see how they're doing. Maybe one bounces off and Calvert-Lewin can get another 3-yard tap in. However we do it, people, get it done. But what I have to say is everybody has to be on their job against Liverpool. Otherwise, we will lose. Okay, we have to play 120%. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go for let's go score predictions, people. Let's go score predictions. I am gonna go, if everything goes right, 2-1 Leeds United. Okay. Oh God, I feel it sounded nice in my head. I feel silly saying it out loud, but I'm gonna go for it, people. 2-1. And let's just say that does happen, people. That would be 6 points against Chelsea and Liverpool. Who would have saw that coming? But listen, let's go. Let's go. 2-2 draw for Hairu. Sam's going for a Tanaka hat trick. Imagine that. He'll be worth 65 million if he gets a hat trick against Liverpool. You know how it goes. 1-1, expect both teams to be tied. 3-1 Leeds. 2-2 to Ian. Hart says 3-2. Head says 2-2. Cat's going 3-2 to Leeds. 1-1, but I love your prediction. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Anna. I'm trying to ride the wave, but I'm not saying that it's something that I definitely believe will happen. But we got to try and get another surprising result. We got the Chelsea one. Let's get the Liverpool one as well. Deshaun, I don't know what you're doing out there, but 3-0. I'll take it, Deshaun. I'll take it, but I don't know. You was going to say the same, but you go 3-1 now. Sam going 4-2. Chris going 3-0 or 3-1 Liverpool. Richard going 2-1. And yeah, okay. So it's a mixed bag, isn't it? It's a mixed bag. And we'll just wait and see. In regards to that. But I just feel, people, when you look at our fixtures coming up, it's a really weird one. But in the form Liverpool are in at the moment and the way Brentford play at home, I think the Brentford game is going to be more difficult. And I never thought I'd say that. But when you go by the evidence that has been happening this season, Brentford have been very strong at home, very capable. But Liverpool at this point, if we can get into them early, you know, like how we played for the first 10 minutes against Chelsea and scored in that period. If we can do that against Liverpool, the questions will be asked of them. So, you know, let's hope that they're all on it. Okay. But I wouldn't be surprised if we lose because Liverpool are Liverpool. But I'm just hopeful that we can get the 3 points. That's where I am right now. A couple more. Stephen going 2-1, and Deshaun saying just putting positive energy into the air. Yeah, man, it's hopeful, isn't it? It's crazy how it goes though, because if we lose against Chelsea, that'd have been 7 losses in 8, and we're all probably singing a different tune here. But that's where we are, man. When we get good results, we have to build on them. That's what we have to do. We can't rely on the team and saying that they're going to go on a run. That's not going to happen with this football club. But if we can get 2 results in a row before December's out, 2 good results, I should say, it changes the landscape a little. You know, it changes the landscape. But yeah, so that is it. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. It's a pretty quick preview. I could have probably pre-recorded it in all fairness. But yeah, that is it. That is it. I'm done. Let's just end it with the poll. Leeds United win 44%, draw 38%, Liverpool win 18%. So there you are, people hopeful for this one. But yeah, listen, people, I will be back tomorrow after the game. The video is already set up. Set your reminders, like the video, and you can join me then, and we'll talk about the result then. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then, people. As I say, enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out. See you tomorrow.